Hey there, welcome to Concept Hunter. My name is KOKOStern and we're going to talk about Accelerator. This game is very different from what we normally talk about. First of all, it's not a Flash game, it is a Unity game. Unity is a game engine that has 3D and also has, you could just put the games up on the web, similar to Flash games, and that's why found it on Newgrounds, I guess. So it's called Accelerator. It's very, very different and very, very unique. And before I even show it to you, I want to talk about what it does. The mechanic is very, very special, and it is very similar in a way to Super Hexagon. Now that is saying a lot. If you don't know what Super Hexagon is, you should go check it out immediately. But to someone who doesn't know, Super Hexagon is a very simple mechanic of simply dodging things that are coming your way. It's a dodging type of game. And it did incredibly well because it has a huge level of complexity to that very simple mechanic, and because it has a very, very unique thing that is incredibly difficult to develop for, but sought after in every field of life, and that thing is called flow. Flow is that experience that's kind of hard to describe, but I'll try my best here. Flow happens to you when you're so engrossed in what you're doing, in the experience, that you shut off everything else around you and you're completely within that thing. You are working without paying attention, your pupils dilate, your entire body relaxes, and you're just doing something. And what you're capable of doing in flow is much higher than what you're capable of doing if you're playing normally. If you're just playing a game, whatever, you're capable of this much. But if you're in flow, if you're so engrossed in the game, then your reflexes get sharpened and everything is simply on a higher level of awareness only for that game. Everything else is thrown out, focus only on one thing. And I believe that both Super Hexagon and this game have that. You can achieve flow by playing these games very extensively, and that is something that is remarkable, that should be celebrated and should be shared, and that's why I'm freaking showing you this game, because I really enjoyed it. So with all that said, one of the amazing things, I want to show you the game, right? I haven't even shown you the game yet. One of the things the game does very, very well is sound design. The sound design adds a ton. The simplistic graphics are wonderful, and the sound design simply brings that forth and engrosses you in the game much more, and that's why I have to ramp up the sound. And with that, it's going to be a little bit hard to hear me speak, so I'm going to speak a little bit louder, and I'm not going to speak a lot. I'm actually just going to show you the game. So we're going to get started at the basic difficulty level. We're going to go to easy, and starting speed of 100. Okay, so we're at easiest game mode, and we're at the starting speed of 100. There's ranks and stuff, but we're going to ignore that completely. Let's see what this game is all about. I'm going to press start. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. I'm pressing M. You can now hear the sound, basically, that comes out. And as you can see, I'm this reticle, and I'm moving through the accelerator, I guess. Very simple design, but it does change, and it is very intriguing. And we'll see, we'll talk a little bit more about design later on. The visual design, but the sound design is absolutely great. It gets you into that feeling of acceleration and moving forward, and it's so great. You can see that my speed at the bottom is ramping up. Obviously red stuff are bad for you, and I don't want to bump into them. Actually, anything is bad for you. The walls will also kill me, I guess. So you don't want to touch anything. You just want to avoid. It's an avoider game, and you just keep going. Speed ramps up, you keep going, things are moving. I'm just gonna shut up and let's just listen a little bit to the sounds here. Again, there's a little bit of changes with the blue and a little bit of black, but mainly it's very simplistic. I'm just gonna shut up and we're gonna see a little bit of just the game, and I'm gonna try and get into it, and also it's gonna become a lot more difficult as we reach 500. So the last thing I'm going to say before I stop talking is, as we reach 500, you can see, boom, you get that little flash, that little reward that you've unlocked another 100th of speed. And I'm just going to shut up and try and play this and not lose. So let's see how we do. 800? Holy crap. And then I lost. And you could also get to see that 866 is where I got to. Okay, mute the sound and clickety click. So that was Accelerator, and as you can see, it is a very, very strong experience. It is an intense experience that you just keep on playing and keep on playing. And now I want to show you a little bit of the different modes that you have, because again, we were easy, we played easy. Every 100, you actually unlock the next speed. So I don't have to start from 100, which well, the first 500 speed is kind of boring. So I don't have to start there. I can start at 800, which I just got to. Okay? You don't have to start at 0 at all. It seems really stupid, but it's so good. It's so helpful. There's no reason not to do this. You'd think, well, you got to start from 0 every time. That's boring. Why would I do that? You could start at 800. You could start whatever the hell you want. And the maximum here is actually 1400, and the last possible speed is 1500. So there is an end, there is progression. Once you reach 1500 at this game mode, at this difficulty level, you're basically done with it and you can move forward. And there is this sense of progression and accomplishment as I finish these off. Now, easy, nice and straight, no curves, no splits. Medium gives me same as easy, but with some splits, which just split it off basically. It's not very difficult. You'll see it. Hard gets a little bit crazier because it adds curves. And harder is harder than hard, okay? And we're gonna actually try harder. We're gonna start at 100 just so we can see all these elements come into play. And I want you to most specifically look at the graphics and how when curves happen, you can see the graphics work along with it. It's almost seamless, but if you try and look at it, you can see how the graphics tell you that the curve is occurring. So let's see me fail at harder. And we're starting at 0, right? Get ready. I'm gonna leave the music off this time. First things first, I don't have a reticle. That's the difference between harder and than hard. I don't have a reticle. I just need to know that I'm in the middle of something properly. There's no reticle. That's insane. And so smart. And now we get the split. This is a split where two areas, there's two areas that I can get to. And you can also see there's a little bit of curvature, but now, and again, another split could happen in any direction because we're 3D space. I want to see a curve a little bit better. And holy crap, that was scary. Show me a damn curve before I lose or something. Curve, please. Oh, no, that's not a curve. Okay, this is a definite curve, and you saw that. I hope you could see that. There you go. You see that it tells you that there's a curve, and so many splits are happening as well as so many curves. And it's really unlock speed 400. This is becoming more and more difficult. And I have to mention that you also have, if you press Q and E, you can also spin it around, roll, I think. Yeah, that happened. I crashed again. You could roll the entire tube by using Q and E. You don't really have to. It doesn't necessarily help, but it's a nice feature that you have that ability. There's no reason why you wouldn't have that ability. I'm not sure there's a reason why you would have that ability, but I guess if you're very, very, very good at this game and you're really, really trying to get, it might help you to have that ability to roll the entire cylinder. So that's something that I have to mention because it exists. It's part of how you control the game. That's pretty much it. I want to show you one more thing, and that's choose your speed. Practice mode, I can just start at 1400. At 1400. Acceleration is on. Remember, you can reach 1500. I just want to show you what's possible. I'm even enabling sound because I'm going to crash in like 2 seconds. And go! 1400! 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that happened. Indeed. 4. Yes, 5. I managed 5 speed. Which is, I guess, 5 seconds. But no, it's probably more, less than that. But yeah. That's 1400. That's the level of speed you can get to. And I guess you need a much better mouse. Mouses, I guess you could maybe play it with a joystick, but basically, and maybe to some extent with just a trackpad, an accelerometer. but that's not going to happen. You need super precision for this, and a mouse is pretty much the only thing. Maybe a mouse with a high DPA mount and really, really good sensitivity, because you just need that. But this is Accelerator. The sound design is absolutely wonderful. I love the graphic design that we saw at specific parts. Super simplistic. This is a game, as far as I'm concerned, that's similar in similar way to Super Hexagon. I would totally buy. And Super Hexagon sold, I think it started at $10. It has nothing in it, or maybe it was just $1 or $2 or $3. I would pay to play this type of game because it's so great. It has that feeling of flow, and this actually speaks to me a lot more than Super Hexagon did, though both games are actually remarkable. This is Accelerator. It is great. You should try it out because it's kind of addictive and great. Did I say great? And I want to give credit where credit is due. Hopefully I'll read his name correctly. Tenebro SP. Is that correct? Tenebro SP. I'm really enjoying this. I find myself playing this in class when I don't have to listen in class. I just play this. So many great things done. Sound design is great. Graphic design is great. Achieves flow, which is impossible to design for, and yet you did it. And I am a huge fan. So a huge thumbs up. That's been me. That's been Concept Hunter for this week. Thank you so much for watching. And if you liked it, consider subscribing. And I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.